welcome to today's video. As you can see, I am busy filling up my bulk food jars. I am restocking my pantry items. A lot of items are running low, and so I am going into my closet where I have all of these buckets with the, I'm gonna forget the name on the spot. Of course. With these wonderful twist-off lids that I get from Azure Standard. This time last year, I did a huge grain order. I can link that video below. I haven't had to buy any grains in a year, and I still have this whole bucket of white wheat berries. I still have one bucket of the hard red, one bucket of the soft white. So in the next few months I will have to do another reorder, but I'm amazed that those 50-pound bags have lasted a year. That being said, I did have some on hand before I ordered those 50-pound bags, but still, it's pretty impressive. So if this is your first video of mine that you've seen, I've had a bulk food pantry, well, this size since 2020, but I started buying in bulk in 2018. I just kind of stumbled into it. A Lucky's was closing, a Whole Foods was moving, and a Fresh Thyme was closing, and that is how we stumbled into buying in bulk. And then in 2020 is when we discovered Azure Standard, and then that really skyrocketed our bulk buying journey, and that is when I created my bulk food pantry, because in the house that we were living, we did not have any kitchen storage at all. So I put together this pantry with shelving that we either had or got from auctions for really cheap. So then when we moved here, I have quite a bit of storage space here, but I just love my food storage items that are in glass and beautifully labeled being exposed. So I've made this little breakfast nook area my pantry area. So I have my herbal area, as you saw at the beginning, on one side, and then behind me is a lot of my grains, and then all of my canned foods I have stored under the kitchen cabinets together. So that's kind of how I have things organized. I try to restock my pantry every month. That's usually how long it lasts me before I realize, okay, some things need to be filled up. I usually do it around the time that we pick up our Azure Standard order, because I usually get something that needs to be transferred into jars, so I just do it all at once. I'll work on this some tonight, and then also tomorrow I will work on filling the pantry as well, because it's not just filling jars for me, it's also creating food items. I just used the rest of my brown sugar that I make today, so I need to refill that back up. I used almost all of my taco seasoning yesterday, so I need to create that mixture, and then I crush and grind my own peppercorns for our peppercorn shaker, and we are completely empty on that jar, so I need to do that. So I will share those things with you as well. I'm making my sourdough bread, so I needed some wheat berries for that, and you could see both of my wheat berry jars were completely empty. It was perfect motivation to go ahead and sort my wheat berries. I don't know how common it is for people to sort their wheat berries. I had never seen it before. When we first got our grain mill and I bought my wheat berries from Azure Standard, I immediately noticed that there were other things in the wheat berries. I showed you a little bit before what's in here, but there is corn in here, there is many rocks in this batch. There's just all kinds of things in here that I do not want to mix into our bread. That's why I take the time to sort wheat berries. I thought I would share with you what I got from my Azure order this month. Those are also things I'm going to be sorting and restocking. So I have it all out. I pulled out my order on the website, that way I can easily tell you the prices of everything. This is one of my go-to things that we order. It is the wild blueberries, and it is $15 for 5 pounds of the organic wild blueberries. We put this in our smoothies every morning. Blueberries are the highest form of antioxidants that you can get, and I've never seen a price better than $15 for 5 pounds. We got this month the Nordic Naturals melatonin. We don't take these very much, but I saw that these were still in the Azure Cash section, where you get quite a big chunk back. We keep a little small jar of them by the bedside. This was $30.56. We ended up getting $5 or more cash back on our next next order. So if you don't pay attention to the Azure cash section, you may end up getting better deals through that page than the sales page. So it's always a good idea to see what is happening in that section on the Azure website. I'm pretty sure these are new with Azure. It is the organic cotton swabs, and they were $4.83 for 375 of them. And then these were really interesting. So these are precision tip cotton swabs. So one side is flat and then the other side is pointed. I have never had these before, but I have thought often I wish I had some for my makeup. So sometimes with my mascara, it will somehow end up on the top of my lid when I'm putting it on. And so I always think it would be so nice just to put a little bit of witch hazel on the end of a Q-tip, and after it dries, just going in and wiping it off. So I've actually done that several times. We picked up this order a few days ago, and I've already broken into these and used them. For 100 of them, it was $2.96. And they are also organic, no pesticides, chlorine, no bleach. So I thought that was also a really good deal. I'm excited that Azure is now carrying these. Another non-food item that was on sale was the mini whisk. These were 49 cents. And I don't know how many times I've thought to myself, I could use a little whisk right now, and I don't have one. It is stainless steel. I was like, oh, I have to get it for 50 cents. And I also have already used this. Another item that I got that I've already been using several times is the glass straw. So these were also on sale. This is the 10-inch glass straw that was $5.74. So my video that I did on 25 things or 20 things that I no longer buy anymore, I talked about my stainless steel straws. One of you guys had told me that I should look into using glass straws instead. And I had seen glass straws before, I'd heard of them, I knew they were a thing, but for some reason I thought, if I have a glass straw, I will definitely break it. I've broken many glass things in my day. I've always been nervous about the idea of using a glass straw. When one of you commented that, it just made me think about it. And so when I saw these on sale, and I'm pretty sure these are new as well, I decided I was going to add it to my cart and try it. And I love it. It has made my cold brew experience so fun. This is decaf cold brew, by the way. You can tell it's getting dark out. I'm not drinking caffeine at night. This is decaf cold brew, and normally I make it at some point in the day and then I sip on it throughout the day. So I started with it right here and just haven't really drank much of it today, but I just love it. The only thing that I don't love is I do not have a mason jar with a lid with a big enough hole in it, or any really to-go cup that I could put this straw in it, because I still need to use my metal straws to put in my Yeti cups if I'm going to take cold brew to go somewhere. That's something I'm going to be on the lookout for, is some sort of drinking cup with a lid that I can put the glass straw in it. They had another kind too that was bigger. It was a smoothie straw and it didn't have the bend at the top. I ended up not getting that, but I'm really pleased with this one. So glass straw for almost $6, and we will see how long it lasts me and if it ends up breaking or not. And it did end up coming with a little cleaner brush as well. Now to the food items. These are also almost gone. We were on a road trip this weekend and I took these with us. It is the organic dried mango. For a 5-ounce bag, it was $5.70. Another thing that was still on sale when I ordered this was the organic coconut water. I had ordered a 6-pack of these last month. Scott loves the coconut water, and since they were still on sale, they were $28.41 for the box of 6. Coconut water is a great source of potassium. I did another hair mineral analysis test and I was so pleased, because when I did it last year, my potassium levels were low and so was my sodium, and I've been very consistent this year with doing adrenal cocktails, which is orange juice and coconut water and cream of tartar and salt. I do those quite often, not every day, but I do them a lot. My sodium and potassium levels are where they should be, so I was really happy with that. And the last item that I got was these organic chocolate chips made with coconut sugar, and I got the bittersweet ones. These are the same ones I got last time. I still have 1 quart jar left of it from my last order, but usually around this time of year, Azure runs out of all their chocolate chocolate chips. So I wanted to get this before my next order and before I ran out, and then they ended up not having any more, and then I end up being disappointed and have to pay for very expensive chocolate chips at the grocery store. It is $38.50, and I love the coconut sugar chocolate chips for two reasons. One, you don't notice it when you bake them in cookies or any treats. Two, I notice it when I eat it by themselves. So when I buy Azure's regular chocolate chips, I can just grab a few several times throughout the day and they end up becoming a snack. Whereas these, for some reason, they don't satisfy me in that way. So I'm not munching on them throughout the day, which is probably why the 5-pound bag that I bought this summer has lasted me so long, is because I'm not eating them throughout the day. So that is everything from today's order. Now I'm going to carry on with the restocking.